G'day folks, and welcome to the next episode of It's Always Beeroclock. I'm Mark.
And I'm Simon, and behind the camera is Sidekick Dave. And we're here once again in the suburb of Marrickville at Kick's Brewing.
Alright, let's go in and check it out. I'm here with Brendan, the founder of Kick's Brewing. Thanks for having us here today, Brendan.
Thanks for coming in. Good
No worries. Maybe you could take us on a little historical journey from conception through to where we are today.
Yeah, sure. So, so I've been an avid home brewer for a long time, not quite a decade, but maybe about 8 years now, I think. Got to a point where I sort of thought, this might be a nice thing to work towards and, you know, get out of the IT world that I was sort of in at the time.
Right.
And, had a nice alignment with my missus, so she's always been, she was an interior designer, but moved into graphic design, web, product design, all that sort of stuff. And so we felt like we had a pretty good match for a lot of what we needed to do to at least go and build a brand and start down the path. So we started out Gypsy Brewing.
Right.
And so that was sort of our way of testing our brand and putting a couple beers out there and
seeing what happened.
Having to invest in all this stainless that you got around you now.
Yeah.
So that was sort of the starting point for us. Middle of COVID, fun time to do it, but that was the starting point. Everything was well received, and we've sort of slowly been working our way towards where we are now.
Okay, and you opened here about 6 months ago?
The tap room in August, but we've been in here brewing since the end of, just over 12 months now.
Okay.
Yeah, just over 12 months. So we started just brewing, packaging on site, and then realised need to get the bar open because people have, that's the constant request was when can we come and drink on site? And logically so. It was always on the list. It just wasn't the first thing we were going to get out of the way. We needed to get the production going first. So.
And did you deliberately choose Marrickville as a location?
Not really. We're locals. We looked at all sorts of other options in the inner west, but sort of ended up coming back to Marrickville for the glut of industry and opportunities to find decent sites here. So everywhere else had very small industrial, zoning. Marrickville, it's abundant, and obviously the brewery thing's pretty well worn path as well. So
it's well embraced here.
Why not?
Yeah,
why not place ourselves here?
You're in an interesting location because you're a little bit remote from sort of brewery central. But you're still within the suburb. Yeah,
on the edge of where some of the other breweries are, not on their back door, but not too far. And I think looking at where we are, I think it's a good location. So
okay. And have you developed a core range as such?
Not a core range that we'll definitely have as a core range on the shelf all the time, but we've had a few beers that have sort of fallen into that bracket, if you will. And so most of my passions for big hoppy IPAs, and the demand is always for changing, what's the new hop, playing with things, always releasing something new. That's what the consumer generally wants. But some of our beers have sort of become popular enough for people that just wanted that, the hazy pale ale that's under 5% that they can reach for and know it's going to be much the same every time. Our lager, similarly, we've sort of, done a couple of batches of now. So I think there's a few that will maybe work into that model, but it wasn't ever our starting point. So,
But they're your biggest sellers, are they?
I think they're probably our most popular taproom or consistent taproom sellers. But then we get a lot of people that come and they just drink the fancy stuff, the ever-changing IPA tap list, and that's, you know, they might drink in there. That's all they drink.
Okay.
Others come and might sit on the lager or the rice lager or the hazy pale, and that's, you know, they just drink the one beer the whole time they're there. So that's sort of why it drives the numbers. But our focus is still very much limited release, hoppy beers, and a core range will maybe be something that evolves as a secondary, I think. So.
Okay, so you sort of philosophy or backbone is hoppy beers.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Love lots of other stuff as well, but that's always what's drawn me in. So sort of ended up being what I brewed a lot of, and therefore we'll continue to probably brew a lot of as well. So.
Okay. Have you made any wacky beers that are out there?
Any wacky beers? I mean, the one that would fit the bill the most would be our fruited coffee sour that's on tap, which was kind of a creative itch I needed to scratch. Had in my head for a year or so, and finally did it on a home scale.
Yeah.
And loved it, and thought I'll do it on why not have something fun on the tap list when we open here, 10 taps. You've got to have something a little bit quirky, right?
All right. Yeah.
I mean, immediately it was like one of the first beers I brewed because it holds up very, very well. And immediately upon tapping it, thought, what was I thinking? But poured myself a glass and realised there's going to be people that love it, and it's been a huge hit. So it surprised me how much people have gone for it.
Well, we've got to try that one.
Back in.
So what's your brewing capacity here, Brendan?
So we're on a pretty small, what would typically be referred to as like a brew pub kind of scale. So it's a 3.5 barrel or 420 litre system that we work on. Smaller tanks, single batch, the bigger ones behind us, double batch, so we can go up to sort of 850 thereabouts. And it's easily enough to service the tap room and our fridge and get us out into a few stockers as well. So
okay, and you've probably got a little bit of room if you needed it for some degree of expansion.
We've got space for a couple of tanks plumbed in there to give us a little bit more capacity, which is good.
Yep.
And definitely look forward to getting to that point that we need a little bit more. But for now, it means we can keep things really fresh. My philosophy is like the beer shouldn't sit on the shelf for too long, right?
Yeah.
So we're really trying to get beer out there and have it snapped up within weeks.
Of course.
Almost all gone within a month or two of production, rather than be hanging around on people's shelves, because that's the way I would prefer it to be drunk. So for now, we're kind of happy with we'll keep it pretty small, expand a little bit as we need to, but no rush.
Okay. All right. Would you say that, to the extent I'm sure you had a business plan, are things going according to plan?
Look, I think the economy's thrown everyone a curveball. It's probably slower than, I think package sales definitely slowed down a lot at the start of last year, and that was a pretty common story with everyone. So from that perspective, that was sort of why we went and hustled and thought, let's get the bar going, and it was always on our list to do. But no, things like the main thing for us at this stage in this climate is that we've got some really loyal followers, we're getting great feedback on the beer, and having fun being an interactive brand now rather than previously just a website. So people can come in and talk to me over the bar a lot of evenings, and get that direct engagement on the beer and what we're doing, and we're enjoying it, so it's pretty good.
Plans for the next year or year and a half?
Look, just find our feet now that we're sort of getting established. Try to get our name out there a little bit more. Surprises me, when you're in the business and not outside, it's hard to know what your reach is. But always finding people who are just discovering us. So on a mission to make sure there's more people aware that we're here, that we're doing what we're doing. Keep refining and honing the craft, but we've got some small plans for the place as well. So we want to expand into a beer garden out the front. We've got a nice space out there, and otherwise get out to a few beer festivals, brew some new beer, and try and have fun doing it. So,
all right. Well, we look forward to enjoying your beers. Thanks very much for speaking with us, Brendan.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Kenny and I'm at Kicks Brewing. It's about the 4th time I've been here. Absolute cracking brewery. Beer's tremendous. I'm having a lager right now, but I'm going to move all the way through the range. Top place.
My name's Sid. It's my 2nd time here. I've come to meet these guys. Go to a fair few breweries in Marrickville, but this is a really tasty beer. Just having a hazy pale and enjoying it very much.
My name's Lou. This is the first time I've been here. I don't normally go to breweries. I'm also having a hazy pale, and it's very, very delicious, I have to say. Very refreshing. And my friend Al here recommended that one. There you go.
I'm Alan, and I've been here a few times with the boys, and it's a great brewery here, one of the best in the area. So I thoroughly recommend it. Having a hazy and a good afternoon.
Fantastic. Hello, I'm Todd. Having the hazy as well. It's about the 4th or 5th time I've been here, and just stepped off the golf course, and it's perfect to come and have a nice cold lager with the boys. Thank you very much.
All right, well, we're here with Darren and Cam. Darren, have you been here before?
No, I live very, very close, and I have popped in from time to time to say hi, but this is my first time drinking here.
Okay, and I see you've got a tasting tray in front of you.
Yeah.
What have you tried, and what's your favourite?
I've tried the rice lager, the Hell's lager, the hazy pale, and the coffee sour. I'm generally an IPA kind of guy, and I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah.
The hazy is a really good example of a hazy in my view. I don't usually like sours, but I love coffee, so that was really intriguing. So to answer your question, I think so far, the hazy pale is my favourite.
Okay, and Cam, are you tasting the same ones?
I've got something slightly different. So I've gone the Hell's style lager, the shorty hazy pale ale, the without hyperbole hazy IPA, and then I'm finishing up with the West Coast IPA, which is one of my favourite styles. So I'm leaving that one till last. I've gone through the what's this one? This is the shorty hazy IPA. Hazy pale. We'll edit that bit out, right?
No way, man.
That's really good. That's the first time for me here. That one's really good. I've got the lager here to sort of come back to give a spacer between the two IPAs, between the two hazies. So I'm looking forward to the West Coast. I reckon that's going to be my favourite for the day.
Okay, well, thanks very much for talking to us, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Yeah, our pleasure. Thank you.
All right, cheers. Guys. All right, we're here at Kicks Brewing with Tony. Tony, you've been here before?
First time today, yeah.
Okay, and what are you drinking?
At the moment, we've got the Hyperbole Hazy IPA.
Okay, is that the first one you've had today?
No, the second. The first one we had was the Warp West Coast IPA. Nice drop.
Both nice?
Both nice drops.
Okay, you can recommend the place there.
I can recommend it, yeah.
All right, mate, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're here at Kicks Brewing with Grant and Andy. Have you been here before, Grant?
No, we haven't. First time.
And what brought you here?
We were actually wandering the streets looking for Wildflower, and we ended up at Kicks. There's a new place we haven't been to, so we thought we'd drop in.
Okay. And what beers have you there on your tasting paddle?
The one that's nearly gone, that's the Shorty, but I've also got the Warp, the Weft, and not the Weft, Warp, Bird of Prey, and Polarity.
Okay, and the one that you finished, what did you think of that one?
Yeah, it's really good. Really nice.
Okay, and Andy, have you got the same or have you got different ones?
No, mine are a bit different. I got the Shorty, the Hyperbole, and the Warp and the Weft. So, yeah.
Okay, I can see you've also only finished one and maybe tasted a couple of the others. The one that you have finished, what did you think of that one?
Oh, beautiful, really good. I really like hazies at the moment, so it's definitely the kind of drink I like.
All right, well, we'll get out of your hair and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you very much.
All right, boys, we've had a great afternoon here at Kicks Brewing.
Yes, we did.
Simon, as our resident interior design expert, what did you think of the place?
How did I get that moniker? I thought it was very nice. Clean lines, very light, and nice tables. The bar's got some nice green tiles on it, as I recall, and it's a really fantastic place.
And on the beer front, what did you think of the beer?
I love the beer. I particularly like the Carte Blanche Helles style lager. It was tasty, and it had depth and character, and it was very scrumptious, shall we say.
Thank you, Simon.
You're welcome.
David, you're not the resident expert on interior design, but maybe you've got a comment.
Tough to follow. I loved all three of their double IPAs. They were excellent. The stout, fantastic. The Pillow Talk stout, probably a tad sweet for my liking, but still full body. But my favourite was the Hyperbole Hazy IPA.
Without Hyperbole Hazy IPA?
No hyperbole here, except when you go inside, you get the hyperbole. How about you, Mark?
Well, I agree with you there. The Without Hyperbole Hazy IPA was very good indeed. I also agree with Simon that the Helles style lager was excellent. And I'm going to give a special mention to the coffee sour.
Oh yes, that was quite nice.
I thought that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
It's certainly probably distinctive of Kicks Brewing.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, as we say, until next time, it's always Beeroclock.